Hello, this webinar is titled How to Be a Biblical Steward of Your Vote and contains some bonus material for Christians and people of faith. First, let's remember some principles that we've considered during this series. First, voting is a sacred responsibility. Second of all, character matters. Thirdly, competence matters. Our view of God matters and our view of man matters. And then finally, freedom of religion, speech, press, assembly, and petition are key rights that we need to fight for and to cherish. So with those things in mind, here's a big picture of what you can do to be a better steward of your vote. Study U.S. history and civics. Read the Declaration of Independence and Constitution for yourself. Learn about different worldviews and how they impact your life. A worldview is the lens in which you see all of life through, and it impacts everything that you do and all the choices you make. Learn about the issues, national, state, and local, and teach and train others on these principles and ideas. And lastly, endorse ideas that ensure voting integrity. That is, the idea that the people casting their votes actually are who they say they are, and that the voting process is monitored in such a way that voter fraud is minimized. Additionally, make a commitment to vote in every election: primaries, presidential, off-year elections, local elections. You see, future leaders are formed at lower levels, so get involved and stay informed. Vote in every election as an act of stewardship. Now, as far as getting informed on candidates, let me make some unscientific observations and rank some things on their usefulness, with 10 being the highest rank. Well, frankly, political ads I find of little use in becoming an informed voter. Candidates' flyers do a little bit better as they articulate their views and values to a short degree. A candidate's website is oftentimes helpful to find out if your values aligned with the candidate's values. Debates can be of some value depending on how they're facilitated and the questions that are asked. But you certainly can see how your candidate articulates his values and views in a live session. Candidate forums are also good where there's interaction between those in the audience and the candidate themselves. Nonpartisan websites are higher on this continuum in my mind, as they are able to list how candidates actually have voted and how proposed candidates say they would vote. Nonpartisan voter guides have become a very effective tool in showing how an incumbent has voted and how a candidate has said they're going to vote. And it's noteworthy that some candidates' campaigns have tried to stop the distribution of resources like these because they are so effective in showing what an incumbent actually has done with their time in office. As you prepare to vote, 3 months out, encourage friends to register if they've not already. And 1 month out, go to your Board of Elections internet site and print off a sample ballot so you can see what candidates and referendums would be on the ballot. Research the issues and inform and encourage others. Came across this book title, What They Don't Know Won't Hurt You, and this might be true in some areas of life, but it's not true as it pertains to life in a society and nation. So be sure and inform others, because their vote impacts you. Lastly, turn off the TV and talking heads and do some of your own reflection and research. Here are some places that you can do some additional research yourselves: ivotevalues.org, afa.net, citizenlink.org, faithandfamily.com, frc.org, vote-smart.org, and ontheissues.org. And please pause this if you need to record those or write those down. And then a last reminder, as a biblical act of stewardship, you have an ongoing responsibility. You need to pray for those that are in office. You need to meet with them, maybe encourage them or hold them accountable. You can also help start a community impact committee at your church, where you can help the staff stay informed of social issues and things in society and in civil government that are going on. And then lastly, you need to consider whether God might call you to run for office yourself, and prepare for that, prayerfully so, as He might lead you in that direction. I hope these thoughts have been helpful. This is Christian Civics Training. Thanks for listening.